Folks, it makes no sense to buy this type of home right now. I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for York Region for week ending August 28th, 2024. I went through this exercise with a client of mine. My client's thinking of buying pre-construction. Now, he wants to buy a substantial home. It's in the price range of about $3 million. Like I said, a substantial home. And we're looking at pre-construction. And in doing that, in the same neighborhood or close by, I'm also looking at resale home prices. And when you look at the pre-construction purchase in the $3 million range, and I'm going to repeat, it's a substantial home. You're going to get a home. It's going to be extremely nice in that price point. And no matter what updates and upgrades and so forth you order with that, there's still going to be builder type finishes. However, I'm showing my client, if we look at the resale market, what I would call the newer resale market, meaning these homes resale in the same vicinity, they're 5 years or less, 7 years or less. They're still newer homes. However, here's the difference. There's the pre-construction at $3 million, and then there's the newer resale at $3 million. The difference, that newer resale, all the light fixtures have been upgraded to really nice light fixtures. Blinds have been installed. The whole home has been painted. Now, these may sound small, and they are relatively smaller price points than some of these other things that these homes also have done. They have their basement finished. Now, the basements these days in these larger homes, we're looking at 4,000, 5,000 square feet homes here. They got movie theaters, they got bars, they got big entertainment areas. They're all wired up for the big surround sound. That's what a lot of these resale homes that are 6, 7, 5 years old, 4 years old, that's what they have. They also have their landscaping all done. Many of these homes have the interlock or patterned concrete, whatever that home owner has decided to do. Many of them will have a pool already installed with all the landscaping done. When you start looking at these upgrades that these homes have, the basement, the landscaping, the pool, the outside barbecue area, the outdoor kitchen, easily you're looking at $400,000 and $500,000 of extra work put into these homes. So that's exactly my point. To my client, I'm saying, look, you could buy pre-construction, $3 million, or you could buy resale $3 million. The difference is that the $3 million resale has $500,000 approximately of upgrades already put into it. That's the difference. Now, for some people, they absolutely have to buy pre-construction. They want to be the only one. That's what's going through their mind. We want to be the first one to live in there. Hey, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. I'm not trying to talk you out of one or the other. But if we're talking value for money, hands down, no question, right now in this market, resale is the better choice. It's, to me, the better for the value for money choice. It's by far the better choice. Now, if you can tell me, yeah, but when I buy pre-construction today at $3 million, when it closes in 1 or 2 or 3 years from now, it's going to be worth $3.5 million, $4 million. Hey, that's a different argument. But you can't say that with confidence today, because a ton of people today that are closing on their pre-construction are closing and reselling at a loss. The mortgage they have is not covering the value of their home. It's a different game when the market is the way it is. So I repeat, resale today by far seems to be the much better value. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, Up here, there's a link below this video in the description. There's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. York Region detached properties. Here's a summary of average sold prices. I've got 3 months on the board here, broken down by week. For week ending August 28th, we got Vaughan and Markham here, both a little bit over 1.6 average sold price. We got Richmond Hill way up here, 1,975,000. Now, when we kind of look back, usually Vaughan and Richmond Hill, you could see it here. Sorry, not Vaughan and Richmond Hill. Vaughan and Markham, usually pretty close when it comes to average sold price. Richmond Hill is usually, and we see it here, much higher than Vaughan and Markham. We're going to get started with Vaughan detached properties for week ending August 28th. 24 detached properties were sold. 4 of those were at $2 million or more. Now, when we look at 24 and try to figure out, well, which way are sales going? They've actually been quite steady. I kind of boxed off since the last week of June. And sure, we had 1 week here where there was only 12. That was a long weekend, I believe. But overall, we're 20, 22, 25, 23. So selling 24, it's kind of been about normal. And in a lot of neighborhoods, we're seeing sales trending down. 24 were sold for week ending August 28th. It's a pretty normal week when it comes to sale. Normal in a sense, normal since last week of June. Average sold price way down from the previous week. We're now at $1,609,000. But before that, we were kind of in the mid 1.7 as an average sold price. 1,609,000 is 0% change from where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 2% lower than where we were this time a year ago. Overall, when we look at the dotted line, the average price and the median price have been trending down over the last 3 months. 24 were sold. 13% sold at list price or more. For, again, there's 3 months on the board. For a good part of that, we were in the high 30s, 40% and over selling at list price or more. The last couple of weeks really low at 19%, and this week at 13% selling at list price or more. Listings have been trending down. There are, when we finish this August 28th weekend, there were 454 available detached properties for sale in Vaughan. Think about that for a second. 24 were sold, but there were 454 available for sale. Not a lot, not a high percentage of what's available for sale or selling. And when we look at months of inventory, we're sitting right now at 4.4 months of inventory. When we go back 3 months, for a while, months of inventory was steadily increasing. But if I look at, say, since the middle of July, so this last 6 weeks or so, middle of July to the end of August, months of inventory has bounced up and down. So 4.4, it's kind of flat what we've been seeing since the middle of July, and pretty much right in the middle of a balanced market. That's Vaughan. Here's Richmond Hill. 12 detached properties were sold. Half of those sold at $2 million or more. 6 sold at $2 million or more. Sales look to be trending down when it comes to Richmond Hill. Average sold price, $1,975,000. 1,975, 17% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 1% higher than we were this time a year ago. 67% I mean, it was only 12 sales, but 67% sold at list price or more. 32 were listed, so not a lot of listings, but active listings is down. Months of inventory still way up there at 7.4 months of inventory. Pretty much a buyer's market in Richmond Hill for detached properties. Markham, 15 detached properties were sold. Those sales are trending down. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price is $1,612,000 on a weekly basis. It's up and down, up and down, up and down, but overall trending down. Compared to last year, 1,612 is 6% lower. The median price compared to year over year is 8% higher. Overall, both average and median trending down, but slightly. It's by no means an aggressive price drop. 15 were sold, 47%, close to half sold at list price or more. Listings trending down. Months of inventory trending up. We're now at 5.2 months of inventory. In Markham, you will experience a balanced market and a buyer's market. Here's a quick summary. Similar situation, Vaughan, Markham. It's either going to be balanced or a buyer's market. Depends on the neighborhood, depends on the price point, depends on the home type. But in this case, we are talking about detached properties. Richmond Hill, Richmond Hill has a lot of very expensive properties. There's neighborhoods in Richmond Hill where people just want to buy in, and they are prepared to spend $2 million, $3 million to buy these properties in Richmond Hill. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.